Hey, what is going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. I'm here today, so hopefully everything went well on Friday and Monday. The room's not destroyed, so that's good. Today, we're gonna because the next part of our unit here for Unit 3 is a pretty lengthy reading about Harriet Tubman, and just wanted to give you a day. If you needed to work on anything, you can, but for the most part, there will be a kind of a documentary, I guess. Yeah, about Harriet Tubman and her life. Two warnings though. One is it's pretty religious in parts, and we'll skip it. The people that produce this documentary, I think they're from a church or something like that. So I don't know, maybe like 10%. It's kind of heavy on the religion. So I'll fast forward a couple parts there just because it's public school. But religion does play a part in Harriet Tubman's life. From everything I've read, she was pretty spiritual. She was pretty religious. So there's going to be a couple times where they talk about her having these premonitions. So a premonition, if you hear that word, is just like an intense feeling, thought that something happens. Premonition, it starts with PRE. So it's like before it happens, you know it. So that might be some of her like spirituality coming through. So just take some of that with a grain of salt. I try not to get too much into religion here, but they're going to talk also about the Quakers. And from everything I've read, the Quakers are their religion that was against slavery from the very beginning. So when you hear abolitionists, they were not just Quakers, but I think most Quakers at the time were abolitionists. So there's a lot of movements that were the Quakers were definitely a part of in trying to get rid of slavery in this country. And the other thing I want to talk about is, geez, anytime you talk about slavery, I mean, there's just going to be some horrible, awful things that go along with that. Anytime you're talking about one person owning another person, I mean, it's pretty bad. We're going to talk about genocide later. So, you take your pick. Just being outright killed for your religion or your skin color or whatever, that's pretty bad. But then also living a life where you're not free at all, that's also equally bad. And it's not just that you're not free, excuse me, which is bad enough, but it's like your family can be torn apart, and sometimes on purpose, just so that the slave owners would have more, excuse me, more control over their slaves. So just horrible, awful stuff. So we're gonna hear quite a bit about that. They do mention only one time they do mention rape. Not that anybody is being raped, but I just want to prepare you for that. Like that was a possibility. When you don't have a freedom over anything in your life, that's obviously very possible. So that's about all I have to say about this. I'm going to try still not to get too close to anybody. I'm treat me kind of well, treat me hopefully better, but it's kind of like I'm a sub in here. Like I'm just trying to get through the day. We'll see how it goes, but hopefully I think it's really well done. Really well done. There are a few things in there that I learned. I'm like, oh, but just be careful with the whole religion thing. There's one guy in there that every time he comes on, I'm like, probably have to fast forward this guy. He goes deep on the religious stuff. So, all right, that's it. It should take most of the time for class, and then when we're done, you can just have. I definitely can't read any Frank beans, not four times today. So the rest of the time will be yours to work in class, something like that. All right.